Welcome to the December 2025 edition of Coffee and Kolache at the National Czech and Slovak Museum and Library in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. You know, every coffee and Kolache is exciting, but today it's especially exciting because we have with us Chef Yezhina from New York and Queen Madeline from Texas. So we are so excited, and before I go into more introductions with them, I want to remind everyone that the Old World Christmas Market starts tomorrow and will run through Sunday. And then on Tuesday, we're having our first annual Christmas duck dinner. But all of this will revolve around our store is open, we'll have vendors, and we are going to have some very special food at the Old World Christmas Market that starts tomorrow. And that's because of Chef Yezhina. And I had the very good fortune to meet Yezhina it's going to be 2 years now, when she came to our Brunost. And many of you will remember the long lines at this year's Brunost for her food. One guy told me he went in line 3 times to get 3 helpings of your goulash. So it was so good. So Yezhina, tell us about yourself. You're from New York. You came all the way from New York to be with us. And tell us about yourself.
Actually, all my year, the cooking was my big hobby. The roots I have from my mom and from my grandma. Anyway, the last couple of years, I am actually kind of trying to be chef, cooking for the restaurants, cooking also, I came for the Brunost. What was my, I like that a lot. Mm-hmm. People are very happy.
We loved you.
I cook the food by my taste, by myself. Of course, you have some rules for the cooking, definitely. Sure. And the cooking in Cedar Rapids is for me pleasure.
Well, we'd love to recruit you here. We'd love to have her here permanently.
Thank you so much. I like in New York, I'm also preparing food for some embassy. They like even some sweets, but mostly my chlebičky.
Which we're going to talk about in a minute, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And I was cooking in Zlatá Praha with the chef and with the owner Jiří Suchánek.
Very famous guy, yes.
Yes, he was my good teacher. I learned a lot from him. What can I do? I don't know what you like to say about my cooking. It's my love. I really
well, you know,
like
Zlatá Praha, which is Golden Prague translated, was one of the finest restaurants in the Astoria region. Unfortunately, it closed. But and you were a chef there, and that was clearly a place. Whenever you went to New York, you'd always go to Zlatá Praha. And now Jiří and his wife are living in Florida, so they moved to Florida.
Yeah.
But so very good. So what's your favorite dish to prepare?
I can say that because I like to prepare everything. I prepare really the root Czech food, vepřová, knedlík, and zelí, which is pork and cabbage and dumpling, even potato dumpling. Duck is my favorite stuff. What I do.
And let me interrupt you there, right there. On Tuesday, December 9th, starting at 6 o'clock, we're going to have the first ever Czech Christmas dinner with Yezhina cooking roast duck, dumplings, sauerkraut, and we're going to have kolache, and a lot of other treats. And I say this because in the museum world, the 2 questions we get asked the most are, where can I get kolache, and where can I go to get a good Czech or Slovak meal? So in response to our community and to our region, Chef Yezhina is going to stay till Tuesday to make us roast duck, sauerkraut, dumplings, and all the trimmings. And in addition to that, we're going to have a parade of Kroj, which is our native folkwear. And then we're going to have two very special singers from Slovakia, Joseph and Dodo Ivashka, that are going to give an hour-long concert of Czech music and Slovak music. So we'll have the duck dinner, a parade of Kroj, starting, and of course the concert starting Tuesday, the 9th of December at 6 o'clock. Doors open at 5:30. You can get your tickets by going online and just registering and getting your tickets. So Yuzhina, tell us, what's the secret to making good roast duck? Because I can't make good roast duck.
Really? Just put it in the oven and take care of that.
There's a trick to that. I know, because to make it just right. So we are. What kind of dumplings are you gonna have? Potato dumplings.
Potato dumplings.
Oh my, the real thing, potato dumplings.
Yes,
the
potato
real.
dumplings. I think I am ready prepared the red cabbage.
Oh my gosh, that'll be so
and
good.
Gravy.
I'm getting hungry already.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and also, yeah, that's what you
Now,
were
you're
asking.
a native. You grew up in the Czech Republic.
Yes.
Where are you from? So people might know.
Yeah, I'm from north of the Czech Republic. We used to be Czechoslovakia.
Yes.
And I'm from a regular family.
What's the name of the town?
Bylina.
And what big town is nearby?
Teplice, Ústí nad Labem.
Oh, Teplice,
It's
okay.
just north of the Czech Republic. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe, I don't know if people know some Czech of the Czech television, the programs. And a Most.
Most? I've heard, yes.
It's next to me.
Oh, that's next to you. Oh, my goodness. So,
Sometime hard time.
Yeah, very good. Well, that's great. And so now you're living out your passion. You retired from your job, and now you're living out your passion by cooking.
Yes, yes.
And you said that a lot of the Czech consulates and embassies call on you to make your signature dish, which we have some. We have coffee and kolache, but today we have coffee and klebičky. And do you want to talk about this masterpiece of what you've created here? Tell us about the history of klebičky and why they are so important.
Oh yeah, it is for actually Czech people. It is kind of signature sandwich, or they say open face sandwich. But klebiček was first time created, but one Czech guy, he did open his gourmet store, and he prepared this klebiček for his actor painter, because he didn't want a one bite, he didn't want a big meal, and he created for him first Czech klebiček with potato salad, ham, egg, and pickle, you know, and that was actually start the signature Czech kind of catering food or cold food, and but anyway, the history of the not klebiček but some open face food is starting sometime in the 15th century.
Really? How interesting.
Yeah, and because it was like the food, the bread was used instead the plate. On that bread, they served some food, and then the bread went to the poor people or animals. However, after that, later, Napoleon, he was actually famous about open face sandwich, which he wanted to see what is on that bread. And that's why his food was always open, and it was not like this, but from there, from the word actually, Jan Paukert was learn the food like an open face sandwich, and he created his own Czech chlebiček.
And this is really a signature dish. I have to tell you that no matter when, and yours are beautiful, you got, the key is the potato salad is on the bottom, and then a ham or turkey or whatever kind of meat, salami, and then a pickle she's got a red pepper, I can use a piece of tomato, and the egg, and then shredded cheese. Wherever you take this, people go, wow. For Thanksgiving, I made 2 plates to take to our neighbors, and everybody loved them. They weren't Czechoslovak, but they sure liked the klebičky. And so this is a real, we're going to delve into these after the interview, but these are great. One last question to entice our audience and for history. Tomorrow's our Old World Christmas Market, and Sunday as well. Tomorrow we open at 9:30. Sunday we open at 10. And we'll be open till 4 o'clock both days. Well, actually, tomorrow on Saturday we're open till 6 o'clock because we want everybody to come for dinner too. So tell us what you're going to be serving at the Old World Christmas Market tomorrow and Sunday.
Yeah, we will have a sauerkraut soup.
Whoa, kapustnice.
Yes. I think it's already done and it's very good. Goulash, of course, because that's kind of food
Staple.
number 1 in here, people like it. Also already done with the bread dumplings.
Ooh.
We will have a schnitzel, chicken schnitzel with potato salad, and also we will have some of the pork schnitzels.
Wow.
Yeah, and we will have a chlebičky.
Klebičky too.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
So remember to come to the museum. When you come to the Old World Christmas Market, plan to eat lunch and or dinner. And tomorrow we'll be open till 6, and on Sunday open till 4.
And strudel.
Oh, you made apple strudel for dessert.
Yes.
What a treat. So be sure you come. I know that last year people said we like to eat when we're here at the Christmas fair. So Old World Christmas Market, we have lots of vendors, our wonderful store, and then you can come and eat Yezhina's wonderful treats. And she is a good cook, I will say, a chef. And so the klebičky, will they look as nice as this, or more, they'll look like this?
Yeah, only there is missing the little piece of the parsley.
Oh, parsley.
The parsley, that has to be on the top. It makes it visually nicer.
Oh, that's great. And then Yezhina, you're wonderful, Chef Yezhina. And then don't forget this Tuesday, go online and register for our first annual Czech and Slovak Christmas dinner with roast duck, something that we all remember growing up. You always have. On Christmas Eve, you have fish and potato salad, but on Christmas Day, you have to have duck. So, Yezhina, thank you, and we'll all look forward to seeing you at the Old World Christmas Market. And then on Tuesday, you're making history as you make our first annual Christmas dinner. Okay, so thank you for coming.
Thank you very much.
Dziękuję veľmi pekne. And seated to right of Chef Yezhina is our national Miss Czech and Slovak Queen, who's come for the Old World Christmas Market, Madeline Karstedt. And Madeline is from Texas. She's from LaGrange, Texas. And I'm going to have Madeline tell you a little bit. She is the national queen that was crowned in August of this year in Wilbur, Nebraska. And we're so proud of her, from Texas, that has the highest number of Czechs in the United States. And do you want us to tell us about what it means to be a queen and what it means to be the national queen and what you do?
Yes, so growing up, I'm from Fayette County, Texas, which is known as the cradle of Czech immigration to Texas. And as you said, it's got the largest population of Czechs in the United States. So I always grew up surrounded by Czech culture. We have the painted churches. Every church has their church picnic with the polka mass and polka music. So it's something I grew up with. I moved away for college to a bigger city and realized not everyone grew up the same way I did. This isn't all over the place. How strange. So it really made me appreciate my heritage and my culture more, and I wanted to learn more about it. And as I learned more about it, I learned about the Miss Texas Czech-Slovak pageant and thought that'd be a wonderful opportunity to attend events, have my kroje, be able to talk with people from across the state and across the country. And then, of course, from there, I went to nationals, where I had the honor of winning there. So I get to take what I did in Texas and just go across the nation. It's been lovely getting to meet people from across the country and discuss our Czech heritage and Slovak heritage and culture, and seeing even just like the little differences between Texas, Virginia, Iowa, Chicago, but also our immense similarities that we've had.
Well, we're so happy you're here, and our first runner-up is Miss Iowa.
Yes.
So I know that you and Isabel Sherman are good friends.
Yes, I'm so excited to see her this weekend as well, and she's excited to show me around her hometown of Cedar Rapids.
So why don't you tell our audience what it takes to be in the competition? What do they look at, and what it takes, because we're hoping that we can inspire a lot of other young women to be part of this in the future.
It is something I cannot press enough, that how amazing the process is and the pageant and the sisterhood you get from it. It's not just a competition. These are other young ladies who are passionate about their heritage like you are, and it's just such a fun bonding experience, you know, with all the girls. But the pageant weekend is in Wilbur, Nebraska. It's the first weekend of August. So prior, you know, months in advance, you filled out your application, which has essay-style questions of, you know, about your ancestry, what you've done to be involved in your Czech or Slovak heritage, and you know, what you're passionate about, why you want to be Miss Czech-Slovak US. Then the weekend of, we have private interview, on-stage interview, Croy modeling, and a talent portion. And actually this weekend, Isabel and I will be performing our talents at the Old World Christmas Market that we performed at Nationals. So that'll be a lot of fun to get to reprise that. So, you know, on stage they're looking for stage presence. Are you able to talk with people, especially in the private interview? How do you interact with people one-on-one? Because you'll be doing a lot of that at events. And are you able to showcase your passion for your heritage? And are you able to showcase that passion to pass it on to the next generation? Because that's what this is all about. We want this to continue. So especially like in Texas, I believe in Iowa as well, you have like little prince, little princess. You get them excited at a young age about their heritage, and that goes with them throughout the rest of their life, which is so important to me. So really that's what they're looking for is, are you passionate about it, and are you able to share your passion with others, and just educate them on history, culture, heritage, and just keep it passing on to the next generation.
And that's so important, so I'm so glad you said that. Do you want to stand up and tell us about your Croy? Because I think the Croy, I know you have several, but tell us about this Croy.
Yes, so this is from the Pardubice or Polabi region of Czech Republic. It's in Bohemia. My Kolache ancestors came from there. So you see a lot of embroidery. It was kind of a status symbol of you had either the money for someone else to do it or the time to do all this embroidery, and the rich fabric of the skirt as well, showcasing status, money, the time and effort to put into it. The Bohemian Croy are usually a little more simple. I wouldn't say this is very simple, but a little more simple than the Moravian Croy, which are very poofy, and so you can tell the difference. This is like a longer skirt, not quite as poofy, and the Moravian Croy are usually a little shorter and poofier. But so this is my, for my family's village. They were in Horní Harmonice, which is in that Polabi region, and I actually was in Czech Republic back in March and was able to visit their village and see their house, and so it was a joy to get to see that.
And I think, did you tell me your mother made your Croy?
Yes, my mother made my Croy, and my grandmother did all the embroidery in the center of my apron.
And you know, that's so important. I tell young Czechs and Slovaks to always get a Croy, because you know, that keeps you linked into your culture, and you may not wear it every day, but you'll wear it. I have, I think, 16 Croy.
Yes, I saw a few of them, quite a few.
I keep adding to them, and I'm going to stop now because I have no more room. And someday the museum's going to get them all anyway. But because once you donate to our museum, so that reminds me, if anyone has Croy at home that they said nobody in my family wants them, please consider the donation to the museum, because once they're donated to the museum, no one can wear them. They stay part of the artifacts and they go on display throughout the year. So I keep mine so I can still wear them. But you know, I think it's really important that we keep that tradition. I remember my first Croy I had, I was 3 years old, and you just had you kept having a Croy, and so tell us about what the next year you're going to, your reign goes is up in
August
of next year.
Yes.
And then what's in your future?
After my reign is completed?
Yes.
Yes. So I will be getting married next November. So that's
wow.
a big part of.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So it's a big part of my future plans. I recently graduated from Texas A&M University in College Station, Texas. So I moved back home. I'm back in my hometown of LaGrange. I'm currently working at a doctor's office there because my degree was in health. And we have the Texas Czech Heritage and Cultural Center in LaGrange.
Yes, LaGrange. I've been there. Beautiful.
So that is one thing I really want to get involved in. We have the Czech Heritage Society throughout Texas. We have a Fayette County chapter that I'm starting to get more involved in as well now that I'm back home. And it's just, I'm really excited to get involved with my local community, the Czech, and try to, you know, like I said, bring it on to the next generation and continue that trend. There's also the pageant process in Texas. I'm very close with the Texas pageant director, so I'm really looking forward to continuing the Texas pageant and helping out with that in the future.
Well, Kathy's a good friend of mine, and I know she does a great job. Believe it or not, we were some of the early people. The pageant started in 1987. I was 10 years old, right? And I was on the board. I've been on the board ever since. So Kathy's a wonderful colleague of mine, and you're lucky to have her in
Yes,
Texas.
I am.
Yes. So I wish you all the luck in the world.
Thank you.
And we're so grateful that you're here. You'll be here Saturday and Sunday
Yes, ma'am.
at the Old World Christmas Market. And she'll be in her Croy, and you'll be able to talk with her. But you really espouse what we want in young people. So never lose that, okay?
Yes,
I
ma'am.
challenge you to never lose that. And we'll have you back again, okay?
Okay, sounds great.
As a past queen, okay?
Yes, okay.
The alumni.
Yes.
That might be an idea to have an alumni reunion.
That is an idea.
That's a brilliant idea.
will talk to my director
good,
about
good.
that.
Well, I want to thank you so much for coming, and I know your mom is here with you, so we're
Yes.
pleased that she's here with us. And Chef Yezhina, thank you. We're going to enjoy your delicacies tomorrow, Sunday, and Tuesday, and I invite all of our audience to come to the National Czech and Slovak Museum and Library. You don't have to be Czech or Slovak, but you'll learn about our culture and know more about yours through ours. So with that, I think we should dig in.
Yes.
So let's go and have one. So Yezhina, I'm going to have one right now.
Yeah? Enjoy
Bye.
it,
We're going to
please.
enjoy.
Enjoy it, please.